Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be my latest Will I Buy It. I post my Will I Buy It videos every single Wednesday where I'm talking about some new makeup releases and launches, letting you know a little bit about them and then letting you know if I'm going to pick them up or pass over them. I do post these every single Wednesday like I said, so I will have my playlist linked down below in case you're interested in catching up with any of my past videos. In addition to my Will I Buy It, I'm also posting every single day right now, and I'm also going to be doing a live chat on Thursdays. I'm switching up my schedule a little bit, moving my live chats from Tuesdays to Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. CST if you'd ever like to come by and chat live with me and some of my friends. But if you would like to see my latest edition of Will I Buy It, why don't we go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first item that I saw it getting requested to do it in a Will I Buy It video, and I literally tally up all of the votes, all of the suggestions that come through, and then I choose the top 4 from there that were requested on. So while this one had been requested, it hadn't been overwhelmingly requested to make it into a past top 4, but since the release and since videos about it, now even more people are asking me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this week's Will I Buy It video. That is a new product from Ciate London. It's their Glitter Flip Liquid Lipsticks. So they're a liquid lipstick, but then they have glitters in them. There are 7 different shades. And what you can do is you can apply the liquid lipsticks on your lips and you let it dry completely. And then when you press your lips together, it like activates glitter. So literally, like I've seen some of the videos myself. You apply the lipstick, you let it dry so it looks like a regular liquid lipstick. And then when you like do that, your lips are now glittery. And I'm like, how'd they do that? Like, it's like a magic trick. I'm like, wait, I'm not understanding. So obviously, because this was being tagged on the Will I Buy It, and just because I stalked Trend Mood's page, who I will have Trend Mood, her Instagram link down below because I typically read from her for these videos. I saw it and I was like, okay, so that's intriguing, that's innovative, like super cool, that's awesome. But my first thought was like, but I'm just not into it because it's just not me. I talk about in a lot of my Will I Buy It videos, I'm not a big like glittery person. I'm not big on glitter lips. I'm not big on metallic lips. It's just not something that I wear often enough that I feel like it's really worth it to go ahead and make that purchase. When I'm buying my makeup, I'm really trying to buy the things that I'm going to wear and reach for and use on a consistent basis. I still don't think these interest me enough to get them. I think it'd be like fun and intriguing. It'd make for like a good Instagram video, a good YouTube video. But to me, that's not a good enough reason to buy makeup. I'm never gonna buy makeup because I think it's gonna get a lot of hits on Instagram. I don't post clickbait Instagram tutorials. I post actual makeup tutorials on Instagram. I don't contour my face with bacon or a Starbucks cup. I don't do that because it's just not my style. I'm bummed because I get it and I get the intrigue of them, but I cannot see myself reaching for these on any sort of consistent basis. Just none. They're only $19, which I don't think is like a terrible price or anything for a lipstick, but still, it's not gonna be for me. None of the shades are really for me. It's just not for me all around. These are available at Sephora now, so I'll go ahead and link them down below, but if you like the glitter lips, I would say check them out because it looks very cool. It looks very interesting. Like, nothing against Ciate London. I actually just recently tried one of their regular liquid lipsticks and was really have been enjoying that. But these just don't interest me. They're just not my personal makeup vibes. So I would rather spend my money on something that is my makeup vibe, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to continue to pass over the Ciate London Glitter Flip Lipsticks, but let us know if you've already gotten them and what you think of them. I started getting some tags on this pretty recently, but I got quite a few of them. This is a new collaboration between Balmain and L'Oreal Makeup, or Balm X LOreal. It includes 12 new matte lipsticks, and they're going to be $14 each. It says the collaboration also includes 3 wearable lipstick jewels. The lipstick pendants come with golden chains that can be worn around your neck. Very intriguing, I guess. So I said they're $14 each and they'll be available on September 20th. So that's interesting. Balmain and L'Oreal. I don't know if I would have thought like those two would necessarily go together, but there's that. They have, you know, a pretty decent color range with 12 lipsticks. I see like a blue and a purple and a green, and then, you know, the reds and the nudes and the pinks and all of that. So it's a pretty good collection. $14. I mean, I don't think it's a bad price. It's a little high for a L'Oreal being a drugstore brand, but then they're also teaming up with Balmain, so it's like, I don't know. Like some of these collaborations that are coming out recently, they kind of like catch me off guard. Like I'm like, wait, what? Like, So I have to say that there's really not much that interested me. So it also says it'll be available at L'Oreal Makeup in Barneys, New York. So I don't know if that'll be the only 2 places that they'll be available, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. L'Oreal, I like L'Oreal for their like foundations. I have quite a few L'Oreal foundations, but there's not a lot else from L'Oreal that really interests me. Like when I go to the drugstore and I go into the makeup section, I'm typically not usually stopping at L'Oreal. Like there's other brands that catch my attention more. And this, for some reason, this collaboration just isn't really doing anything for me. It's a lipstick and I love lipstick and I buy a lot of lipstick, but even still, I'm just like, I feel like this is one that I can skip over and I would be okay with it. I know a lot of people are really excited about this collaboration and, you know, of course it's in a Will I Buy video, so I was getting a ton of tags on it, so I want to hear your guys' thoughts too. So let us know why you're excited about Balmain X LOreal. Next up is another collaboration that I found very interesting. This is the Moschino and Sephora limited edition collection. Hopefully I'm saying that right, Moschino. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. So their collection includes the Bare eyeshadow palette with 21 different shades and finishes for $48. There's a Bare Lipgloss Chain with 6 glosses for $32, a Bare highlighter for $22, a Bare brush set with 5 brushes for $54, a shopping bag mini palette for $18, a Bare eye mask for $20, a Bare compact mirror for $18, and a perfume for $89. So it has already gone for sale at Sephora online, but as I'm looking, it appears everything is sold out. And I think it sold out and came back in stock and then sold out again, but I think it's gonna come back online. But then it's also supposed to be in all stores on August 24th, in Canada, August 25th. I don't know what it is about these collaborations that are just interesting. And I'm not trying to say I think that they're like bad collaborations. It's just not something that I guess I'm expecting. Like every time a new one pops up, like the Balmain L'Oreal, the Moschino Sephora, I'm like, huh? It's just interesting is all. So there's a lot in this collection, of course. A lot of things that I don't quite get. I know a lot of people are really excited for it, so I don't want to like, I don't know, I don't want to be sounding like really rude, but a lot of it just looks really young to me. So I'm not quite understanding like all of these bear things, like the compact that's shaped like a bear. I guess I'm just not really into that. I guess it's not my personal makeup style or my makeup vibes, like I like to say. If it's yours, then that's awesome. You probably freaking love this collection, so that's super cool, but it's just not my personal style. So I don't know, just a lot of it did not really catch my attention. And like even the brushes, I just think that they're kind of weird looking. And I'm so sorry, and I don't mean to like rain on anybody's parade, but it just is kind of interesting to me. So the thing that I did think was cute was that shopping bag mini palette. Like I liked the packaging on that one. It's like the highlight compact, and that looks like a bear as well. Like all these bear things, I don't know. I guess maybe if I was like a really big bear fan, I would be into it. I'm not sure. And then the eyeshadow palette is literally shaped like a giant bear. I was like, what is all of this? I don't know. It's really interesting. It's pretty unique. It's just not my style. It's just not my style. And that's probably the biggest factor of why I'm not buying anything from the collection. I just don't gravitate towards any of it. But I know, again, I know a lot of you are excited for it, so you can let us know why. Again, there's a lot of things in here that I simply don't need. I'm on a highlight no buy. I don't really wear lip gloss, though I have some on today. The brushes, dear Lord, I don't need any more brushes, and I just bought some over the weekend because I'm weak. The eye mask I'm just not super interested in. I don't need a compact mirror. A perfume for $89, not something that I need. The eyeshadow palette definitely is interesting, but just not for me. And then that shopping bag mini palette for $18. Like if I had to buy anything from this collection, that is what I would buy. I also think it's kind of weird though, because it's like, how does it fit into the collection? Everything else legitimately has a bear on it. So how did the shopping bag get in there? I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense to me, but I don't know. But that's the one that I like, but I don't need any eyeshadow palettes right now. And that's kind of, you know, the big thing behind the Will I Buy It's. The Will I Buy It's were inspired from the anti-hauls, which is about the consumerism and not just buying makeup just to buy it. Thinking, do I actually need that? Will I actually use that? Is that something that my collection actually needs? Will I regret if I don't buy that type of thing? And I know with this collection, I don't need anything from it. Nothing made me do a double take, and the whole vibe of the whole collection is just not my personal style, and that's really the biggest thing for me. So I know that I'm passing over the whole Moschino Sephora collection. I'm so sorry if I've been saying that wrong the whole time. Let us know in the comments down below if you did pick up anything from the collection or if you still want to once it comes available in stores. I'd really love to know your thoughts on this collection. I thought it was really interesting that the most amount of tags and snaps and questions that I got for this week was another collaboration, and this is between Jouer Cosmetics and Jeffree Star. And I guess I don't know why I thought it was interesting, just sometimes, I don't know. I've made a lot of comments about like not supporting Jeffree Star in like a handful of videos, but I still continually get asked and get tagged, which I just find to be interesting. And I know that, you know, as my channel grows, you know, people haven't seen my past videos and they don't know that, they've never heard me say that. So I understand why, but I think I mentioned this in other Will I Buy It too, when someone was like, why do you continually talk about the same brands if we know that you're not buying from them? And I explained because not everybody might know. As you know, a channel grows and gets more subscribers, not everybody goes back and watches your 400 past videos. So I decided to go ahead and talk about it in this video and just kind of explain my reasonings. So the collab between Jouer and Jeffree Star is a lip topper in Sweet Tooth. It's a glitter pink. It can be worn alone or on top of any lipstick. It's $16. It'll be available August 26th online at Jouer Cosmetics, and it will also go up on Beautylish. And it does say that Jeffree Star will donate his proceeds to the Los Angeles LGBT Center. Okay. Awesome. So I am not going to be buying this. I mean, one of the biggest reasons, of course, is that I'm not really down with the lip toppers. It's kind of exactly what I talked about with the Ciate London. It's just not my vibe. So to buy a lip topper just wouldn't make sense to me. I've never bought any of the Jouer lip toppers. I've never really had any interest in them. I actually don't really own much from Jouer. I think I own a couple of like samples from them, but I've never bought anything from Jouer. They're not a brand that I'm loyal to. I have nothing against Jouer by any means. It's just not a brand that's really ever like caught my attention to the point where I've bought their products. And then with Jeffree Star, one thing that I thought was interesting, because I mentioned it, I think it was actually in last week's Will I Buy It when I was talking about Benefit, and someone commented in that video and said, you know, you should really rethink supporting Jeffree Star because what he did was over 10 years ago and, you know, we need to move on and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what happened 10 years ago. What has me upset with Jeffree Star is that I actually used to watch his YouTube. I used to follow him on Snapchat. There was one night on Snapchat that he went off on another beauty influencer and just calling her disgusting, vile names, and I just thought I couldn't finish watching his Snapchats because I was like, what is he doing? What is he doing? And this was not that long ago, you know, a year ago maybe, and that's kind of when I started saying, hey, I'm not going to support Jeffree Star anymore, because that really made me pretty sick, to be honest. And I think with Jeffree Star, another reason why I was just super unimpressed with that whole situation, I get saying things in the heat of the moment, I really, really do. But I think another thing that really bothered me was that he's not only a beauty influencer, he owns a cosmetics company. He owns Jeffree Star Cosmetics. So when you see someone like that attacking someone in their same industry, I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. It was so completely unprofessional, and it just was really disheartening to me. That was when I decided to make the decision that I wasn't going to support. So it doesn't have anything to do with his past or who he used to be, because if people were judging me on how I was when I was 20 years old in college, I would be horrified because I was 20 years old in college. This was a more recent event, and then from there, nothing really that I've seen from Jeffree Star has been interesting me. He started like a fight with Too Faced, and he just seems to always be in the center of this drama. And as someone who's a professional in this industry, I just don't really get it, and that's why I don't support. And that's, you know, another big reason I don't own anything from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I have no plans to purchase anything from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Like I said, I'm not gonna hold that against them forever. I mean, maybe next year I will be totally on his bandwagon and buying all of his products. I don't know, but I made the decision not to support, and from then I have not really seen anything that has changed my mind. And then when you see all this other drama, just not who I want to support. So I thought I could bring it up in this video to let you guys know I totally do not mind if people continually tag me on like Jeffree Star and like Kylie Cosmetics. I know I talk about Kylie Cosmetics a lot. I would never mind that people tag me on it. I understand, and I understand, you know, the new subscriber thing as well, but I just wanted to take a second and, you know, be able to share my voice and my opinion. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me, that is totally fine. I've never tried to tell someone that they should not support Jeffree Star Cosmetics or anybody else that I don't support. I've never tried to do that. If you look back through any of my Will I Buy It's, any of my anti-hauls, I always say that you get to do what you want to do. It is your money, it is your decision to support who you want to support, and I'm never going to try to change your mind. That's not the point of my Will I Buy It videos. It's to make you think about what you're buying and what you're spending your money on, but it's not to try to dissuade someone on buying something. If anybody wants to have a civil discussion in the comments about it, I would be more than happy to. Let's just keep it kind in the comments. That's really all that I ask. That's what I wanted to say there. Sometimes it really sucks to feel so attacked in your own comment section when people are saying that I'm not supporting someone for the wrong reasons. Not saying last week's comment was attacking, because I didn't feel that way at all, and I responded back to her and we had a nice conversation. But in the past, especially with anti-hauls, it's just frustrating to be attacked when people are saying you need to get over what happened 10 years ago, and you're like, that's not even what I'm mad at. And you guys can probably tell I'm super uncomfortable. I get really uncomfortable when I have to talk about things, people, situations, brands, whatever that I don't necessarily love or like have good thoughts on. It makes me uncomfortable, and I know that I'm opening myself up to a lot of the harsh comments, but and at the same time, you know, I get to stand up, I get to have my voice in my video saying why I do or do not support someone. I truly just don't think that it's something to judge people on. I mean, I just don't think it does. Everybody has their own opinions, and it's what makes the world go around. If we all like the same thing, or the same people, or the same makeup, or the same colors, or the same teams, or the same music, life would be incredibly boring, and I don't think YouTube would be a thing, because we'd all be saying the exact same thing and that'd be super boring. But I do not have plans to purchase the lip topper. It just would not fit into my collection. It's not anything that I'm interested in. Jouer isn't a brand that I'm loyal to, and I don't support Jeffree Star at this time. So after that, that's gonna do it for this week's Will I Buy It video. Alright guys, that's gonna be everything for this week's Will I Buy It video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful or entertaining or something in any way. I really hope that you do. I try not to stay super negative in my videos. It's just not my vibes, and you can probably tell that I'm just like a little off now, because like that's just like not a fun situation for me to do. And like I said, if you guys want to have any sort of comments or discussions in my comment section, I do read and respond to all of the comments, so as long as we can keep it kind there, I do respond back to everybody. But let me know what you thought about all the products that I mentioned this week, and also be sure to let me know what you want to see in next week's Will I Buy It video. Thank you guys so much for coming by. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you will give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I hope that you will also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys real soon in my next one. Bye.